So Auntieways.
So Auntieways.
So Auntieways.
Girl, what's the tea?
So Auntieways.
Freak out, freak out, freak out. Oh, God. Hello. Welcome to So Auntieways. This is Mike Diamond, and here with me today we have Booberini and Miss Chola Negri.
Miss Chola Negri.
Hello,
you.
darlings. Hello. Welcome once again.
People know that my commentary and my comedy is current.
Yes. Now, do you want to explain Chola Negri to the listening and or viewing audience?
Yes, so we were driving around this posh, very white, very slow-moving town, far away from New York City, and we were being summarily ignored by all these white people, and kind of like, and there was like a little bit of a frisson, like what are these brownies doing in our town kind of feeling.
Ooh. And that was just from me.
I know.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, I had mentioned the actress Theda Bara, who actually brought the word them into the lexicon. And then Miss Honey over here hit me with Miss Pola Negri.
Honey, for the reference, darling, the classic film reference.
Honey. So about 2 days later, I was like, what if my drag name were Miss Chola Negri?
And I got to give props to it. Genius.
Thank you.
Yeah, like she was a silent film drag queen with big eyebrows.
Yes.
Miss Chola Negri, darling.
And a lot of neck action in her silent
because she was acting with her neck.
But just one big eyebrow.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Honey, the camera loved her. Yeah. You heard of Universal? This was Unibrow Studios, bitch.
Yes, girl. Yes. We had a good time. We pressed up into coffee shops and Italian restaurants.
We saw a hot garbage collector guy.
Oh my God. He was so cute, boo.
Yeah. And this Miss Matinga was so nasty. She sees this hot guy who was the grandson of the garbage collector. And she goes up to him, hey, you want to do me raw in the back of that dump truck?
I was like, honey. I was like, listen, you don't know me, but my name is Miss Chola Negri.
Honey.
And after me, you will never be the same.
You will never, bitch. This ain't a
and
silent
he turned
film.
around, he was like,
honey,
I just looking at you, I'll never be the same.
Yeah. 2 dumps in a truck. Girl, like what? So
ain't no hoe got more booty in the butt.
I know hoe got no booty on that truck. Anyway, he's like, he's cute and tasty, but
and he was a baby.
You know him.
I'm pretty sure.
I know him. I know of him, but I don't want to speak of it because it's a small town. These people have shotguns. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah, no, she was like, honey, this guy picks up my garbage. Shut up. Because we saw him and I was like, oh, honey.
Honey, I'll do him and granddad, bitch. With those flared nostrils. I don't care. It's the 90s. Anyway.
Yes.
Miss Booby, how are you, darling? And what are you wearing?
Well, I'm good. I'm wearing a Wilona Forever t-shirt.
Wilona Forever.
That I got yesterday in the mail.
Yep.
That is one of our products.
Yep.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Love it.
So Wilona, Janet Dubois from Good Times,
Janet Dubois,
who is not the offspring of Cab Calloway, Matinga.
Who is the daughter of Cab Calloway.
Let me tell you what
Google
a lie that
right
is.
Now, it's
honey,
true.
I Googled it last night.
Google it. She's the daughter of Cab
Google
Calloway.
Google it.
Google it.
But get into it. She was the daughter of Cab Calloway. She really was.
She totally was.
But just a little bit. But Miss Janet Dubois played Wilona on Good Times, and I always thought that Miss Wilona was like the most earthy, juicy, beautiful, funny, fierce.
Till I came on the scene.
Till I came on the scene, honey. And she's just absolutely fierce, and I think that's. I'm happy that she's one of our products. Did you find it?
Cab Calloway is her father.
No, that is not
her father.
That's a lie, Miss Booby. You're trying it.
You're trying it, Miss Thing. Oh. You're trying it. Yes.
Maybe they dated. Okay. So now the thing about this Wilona Forever T-shirt is that it is the Wakanda Forever font, and it's available on our merch shop. And you can find all of our links and everything. We're Workshop with a Q. That's work with a Q.
Now,
get into it.
Get into it.
A lot of people are listening to this pod.
Are we starting with a commercial? Let's do it. Go for it, girl.
Let's do it. A lot of people are listening to this pod. So for those who are listening to the pod, I am also wearing one of our products. And on my T-shirt is the legendary the legendary Crystal LaBeija, best known from her work in the documentary film The Queen. And Miss Crystal LaBeija is a legend, but she's famous for reading at the end of that movie, but like a read that will live on in infamy. Yeah. And I'm not sure if she actually said "drop dead, darling," but it sounds like something she would say.
So she says,
"No, darling."
Oh. She was, darling.
She's not a friend of yours. She's a friend of mine, darling.
Mine, darling.
Right. So Drop Dead Darling was when we worked at the animal hospital.
Yes.
It was that woman that would call and she would always say, Drop Dead Darling.
She was like this Polish lady and she would always want to talk to the doctor.
Right.
And after a while, the doctor got hip to her because she called every day and we wouldn't let her through to the doctor. And we'd put her off and she'd be like, I know he's there. Drop dead, darling.
Drop Dead Darling. So, so we are mixing references for your entertainment. And
now, do we know Crystal LaBeija's best friend's name? The one that said, "And you got to put your dry cleaning on before you get on the stage."
Oh, but she was hard.
I think her name was Miss Tola Negri of the House of Negri.
Right, of course.
They're all kind of hard.
And she's most famous for, look at Harlow. Look at her makeup.
She's beautiful, but she's not looking beautiful tonight, darling.
I'm not saying that she's not beautiful, but get a picture of me and Harlow. I'm not saying she's not beautiful, but she wasn't looking beautiful tonight.
Oh, it's rough. I'm beautiful. I have a right to show my colors, darling.
Darling.
It's rough. So that is also merch available in various things. And I think tank tops. Somebody asked for tank tops. And I'm also wearing some of our new merch from our Much Too Much line. And I'm wearing the brand new Piggly Wiggly Cum Dumpster shirt.
Oh, God. They printed that?
I printed it, ho. I mean, they printed it.
Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly Cum Dumpster.
I was begging for Piggly Wiggly Dumb, but that one was too hard.
Yeah.
Dumb cunt.
Also, this one wants to do DILF with a picture of Baphomet, Demon I'd Like to Fuck.
Already did it. Already got one.
And I'm like, girl.
That's a bit.
You got to be able to wear it.
I have worn it. Girl, please. I ain't scared. Honey.
I ain't scared.
Let me tell you why I'm not scared. When I go outside, honey, I wear SPF 666, Satan's protection factor. Protects me from sun damage and the judgmental eyes of these small town rubes. Moving on.
You know what? There was a bit of judgment in that moneyed community to which you have absconded to.
Absconded? I was welcome with open legs, darling. Don't
right.
Yeah. Honey, listen, you keep on thinking that you pass, but I keep on putting a paper bag up to your face and you don't.
Pass?
You don't pass. You don't pass for mail. You don't pass go.
Honey,
I pass the white.
I passed the Dutchie. Let me tell you.
You pass the Dutchie.
Pass the
honey,
Dutchie.
I have passing privilege. Okay.
I think.
Can we? They didn't tune in for this. Okay. What
they tuned exactly for this.
All right. So we're going to start the first segment, which is, what are we featuring?
Yeah.
And I'm going to kick it off because I got it like that. So what I'm featuring is a book that I am reading. And it is called Shelley, also known as Shirley, which is by the legendary actress, Miss Shelley Winters. And I got to say, it's a hoot and a half.
Really?
It's really good. I didn't really think it was going to be that fascinating, but it really is. And I'll just bring up a little image of the cover. I don't know if I did or did not. Well, I don't know what that is, but we're going to stop it.
It's infinity.
Ooh, infinity, darling, and beyond. So apparently... Shirley Infinity, darling.
It's Shirley Infinity.
She hooked up with John Ireland from Queen Beast.
Yes.
Which I found amazing. And he's a nice, sexy, hot piece of trade. And
John Ireland's which one? The one that with the scar on his face?
No, he's the one that drives off the cliff with Joan.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently Shelley Winters did him, and she's claiming she did Marlon Brando. I don't know if that's true.
I've actually heard that. I
don't know.
Yeah.
Marlon slept with everybody.
I think, and was Marlon bisexy?
Yes.
He slept with Richard Pryor, right?
He slept what? He slept
Marlon Brando slept with Richard Pryor.
He slept with James Dean.
Really?
Oh, Princess Tiny Meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was James D. Tiny Meat? But does anyone watch Giant? I've never seen Giant. Is it worth it?
How ironic that he was in
fabulous.
Right, Shabbat, me go watch that.
Elizabeth Taylor was fabulous.
Is that the like the oil well town in Texas?
Yeah, and Rock Hudson.
But it's him and Rock Hudson and
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. I mean, what an incredibly beautiful cast.
And he died right afterwards.
Yeah, like really. And apparently
he only did 3 films.
Yeah, and apparently Miss Elizabeth was absolutely devastated because she grew close to both of them because Rock did not like James because James was like so blatant about his bisexuality. And, you know, Rock was heavily in the closet. So they kept on clashing. And it was really Elizabeth that kept the peace on that particular movie.
Wow. I don't think I've actually seen Giant.
Check it out.
I haven't, but
about it.
It's in my catalog of movies I have that I haven't watched yet. Anyway.
Not the porn.
Giant. Honey.
Giant, darling.
Giant, darling.
Oh my God.
That's the name of it.
Thing, I meant
She's giant, darling.
Oh my God, it was giant, this thing.
Drop dead, darling.
I almost dropped dead. It was so giant.
So, what are you guys featuring this week?
Booby?
I am featuring the ability to not wear masks in public.
Oh,
they just passed a whole bunch of businesses down here, Publix, Costco, and Disney. Yes. You don't have to wear masks. You don't have to, and you don't have to social distance if you've been vaccinated. The problem is, how do you know if you've been vaccinated or not?
But just for clarity's sake, indoors and on
you still have to wear the mask.
You still have to wear your mask. But if you are outdoors in public, you do not have to wear your mask unless you are in like a concert venue of some kind and you're all pressed up on top of each other, like some outdoor concert venue. But basically, it's, you know, and honey, I mean, you were just at Disney, Booby, and I can't imagine how you deal with that heat wearing a mask. I would do it if I had to, of course.
Can I say something? And I don't want you guys to be offended. I think at Disney, they should always require masks to hide the faces of the people that don't have a real hobby. And what I mean by that is, no, I think it's wonderful that everything is opening again. I don't know.
The one time we're able to drag this one to Disney, and all she could comment about was how like how everybody had thick knees and pink skin.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, on the plus side for Disney, on the Disney Plus side, girl, yes. if you hang around the lavatories and they leave them strollers outside and the daddies go in, you can munch some daddy dick right there, honey, in the men's room, bitch. It is the most magical place on earth. Oh, it's the happiest place on earth. What do I know? I'm a pigly cum dumpster. So,
well, I will say, and this was many years ago. I mean, I feel like this could have been maybe even still the late 90s, so more than 20 years ago. So we're different people, but I know for a fact that me and Booby like definitely touched some guy's dick on the line for Dueling Dragons. He whipped it out, and both me and Booby touched his dick.
Miss Booby, you look like you're sucking a lemon. Are you backing the story up?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. So, well, I'm glad that you're happy about that. I'm a little mixed on that message that they're sending because people are going to see Unmasked and they're all going to be unmasked.
That's the big deal is, you know.
How do you know?
How do you know?
I just think it's too early.
How do you know?
But the thing
something
is if you are not vaccinated, then you're the most danger to other non-vaccinated people.
Right.
I think it should. I think that should make people go out there and get their vaccines. I mean, listen, it's a personal choice. I get it.
People that have not gotten it yet,
are not going to.
They're not going to.
So then you know that it is a calculated risk.
Yeah, but they're going
to be out in public.
But they're going to be vectors for carrying around variants and prolonging this fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's true.
So annoying.
True.
Yeah.
That is true.
But you know what? Feel your fantasy, live your freedom. You know, I shouldn't talk. I'm up here in, you know, the middle of Biscuitville, and there's not that many people, so I don't really wear a mask outside. Plus, I'm vaccinated, but I'm not really in contact with people. So
it is a really beautiful area. It really, truly is.
Thank you, darling. Matinga, what are you featuring this week?
You know, I am featuring. I am featuring the art, the drama, and the lifestyle that is fisting.
Okay, tell us about that.
I'm featuring two things, by the way. I gotta mention it in each episode, but I haven't made it what I am featuring this week as of yet. And I thought, you know what? I mean, I haven't done it in about a year and a half because, going that deeply into the inner sanctum, of someone's, just inner, crevasse,
their inner life.
Yes. Often I'm like this inside of them.
Right. Yes.
It's a little bit too raw for me right at this very second. Although I do love a nice shucked oyster still. I just want to say it is what I do.
Yeah.
It is what
it is who you are.
It is who I am.
Right.
It is what I have literally had people afterward tell me, dude, that was the greatest.
No,
and it wasn't hyperbole. I know for a fact. It's like, dude, you were the best top I've ever had. And I'm like,
yeah. And then like you leave the 7-Eleven separately.
Because, And then
listen, honey, Muppet Pride, darling.
Hello.
Muppet Pride.
And there goes Ms. Das.
Hi, Das.
And who I'd spent the week with as well. She came up with us, and I love Ms. Das so much. I am also reading a really, really good book. This book it's just simply called Joan Crawford. It's by Bob Thomas. It came out the year that Mommy Dearest came out as well. But this is the definitive, as opposed to Mommy Dearest, which I also read many, 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 many years ago and saw the movie. Mommy Dearest it's really about Christina and her trauma. This is a true biography of Joan Crawford. And it's a wonderful, wonderful biography.
Tell us the full title.
It is called Joan Crawford, a biography by Bob Thomas. There are two Joan Crawford stories. Only this one tells the whole story. But I love this bottom thing. It says...
The night raids on the children, did they really happen? Page 163.
By the way, they really did happen. And the beautiful thing about... this autobiography is that clearly Christina had a bone to pick and wanted to get revenge. But this book kind of goes into why would Joan have ended up such a harridan and so abusive, and kind of goes back into her life story and her dad and her mom, and kind of does a little bit more of a psychiatric analysis of her. It's fairer to her. And you know what? She was a screen goddess. We should never forget her. Yeah, she was a complicated woman. And
how could I forget her? I watch one of her movies every day.
Yeah. So get into, if you're into star bios, this is a really, really good one. Oh, and also if you're into fisting as well, then, drop me a line.
Right. Go to page 163. Talk about a night raid.
Trust, honey. That was my favorite bar, the night raid.
The night raid. And when Christina's like writing, like, I woke up at 3 a.m. Mother was angry. Her fingers deep inside me. And I'm like, wow.
Wow, Tina.
Wow. Tina. Carolyn. I told you to keep the children out of the dungeon.
And off my fist.
Off of my fist. Well, I think that naturally brings us to the segment that we call Boy Crush, where we talk about guys that we think are hot. And we're going to attempt to screen share this for those that are watching. So I will go first.
We're ever going to attempt this.
Yeah, there might be technical difficulties, but we're going to try it anyway. So Boy Crush, my boy crush this week is one of the new members of the pit crew from RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under, and his name is Max Curry. And I got to say, he is just so handsome. And look at him. Tasty,
man,
and evidently a brainiac, like somebody like smart.
Well, I know that he is also a filmmaker, and he has something out now called Rurangi. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, which is about a trans man. It looks really interesting. I did watch the trailer. He's also a rugby player.
Yeah.
Is he native New Zealander?
I think he's from Auckland, and he's just
stunning.
He's super cute. Yeah. I think he was a TV host. So if you're watching Drag Race Down Under,
and you should be,
because it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
He's one of the new pit crew, and he's just So cute.
This week they had a segment where the pit crew they were doing one of their mini challenges that the pit crew was involved in. And it was kind of like a Baywatch mini challenge. And if you watch him, he is having so much fun and he's laughing like he cannot control it. And it is adorable.
Yeah, it's really funny.
He's totally pulling focus, like not on purpose, but like he's trying to get into it, but he's laughing, and it's really cute.
He just ticks all the boxes for me. He's clearly intelligent. He's sexy as hell. He plays rugby, for God's sake. I think the team is called the Falcons. Yeah, honey, I need Max Curry in a hurry, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So, Max, if you out there listening or watching, you're gonna come down under, and honey.
You can come down under too.
You're gonna come dump under.
You're gonna come dump, bitch, honey. I'll meet you at the top of the lake. Little New Zealand TV reference. Yes. And I'll climb into your marsupial pouch, and we'll just make things happen. That's my boy crush.
Is Top of the Lake like a murder mystery with the chick? That's with very kind of
Elizabeth Moss.
Yes,
it's dark.
Who we love, by the way, we love.
Yeah, it's really
we stan Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah, so Curry in a hurry. That's my boy crush. Who's next?
Boop.
Okay, I'll try.
Screen sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Screen Sharon. My new drag name.
Oh, Miss Booby, who is that now?
Ooh. His name is Flulaborg.
Flulaborg, darling. Well, what happened? Is he Borg, darling?
He's from Germany.
Yeah.
He's in the new Suicide Squad.
Yeah, he's got very pretty eyes.
Right?
He's got pretty eyes. Flulaborg. Okay. Go ahead, Flulaborg.
So cute.
So you found him on
He's a comedian. He's actually hysterical.
Why is that coming out of his crotch?
Who does he play in Suicide Squad?
I don't know, but I'm
and who cares? He's fine.
Right? You know what? The new Suicide Squad looks kind of cute. Like because it has like the shark guy. That's like half man, half shark. And that's a very, very famous member of the Suicide Squad. But I'm not remembering his name right now. But King Shark. But King Shark is gay.
And he
wouldn't it be Queen Shark?
It's King Shark. And he dated who, boo?
Constantine.
Evil Kermit?
Who is one of the most powerful wizards in the DC universe.
Yeah.
So, and I love that. I absolutely adore that. And he's gay in this iteration as well. And I think that's just really, really cool. And also our favorite John Cena is in the new Suicide Squad as well. Yeah, he's in it very.
Oh, and what is all this man meat in one movie? All this
he is. Oh, and he plays Flulaborg plays Javelin.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, honey. Well, that's two for two today. I'm into it. I'm feeling it. Matinga, who's your boy crush?
So I'm going to try and share my screen.
Give it everything you got, darling.
Share screen. And hit that.
Hit it. Share screen. Hit it.
Hit it. Show me that.
Oh, you know what? During this awkward phase, I'll sing freak out, freak out, freak out, freak out. Look at me. Popping the corn. Popping the corn. No more popping the corn. Oh, wait, it's a cork. We were schooled. It is popping a cork because Janet drinks a lot. And happy belated birthday, Janet. Her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah.
That's right. Do we know how old Miss Janet is?
What did she turn?
Miss Janet, she's 72, darling. Yeah. And you know, her mother on Good Times, her adoptive mother, is the daughter of Cab Calloway. Gag.
Hello.
Honey.
That's right. Well, actually, but the mother of
the house
Janet
of Good Times
is Tootie Field. Not Tootie Fields. Tootie Fields.
Her name is Chip Fields.
Chip Fields, who is Kim
the
Fields'
mother of Kim
mom.
Fields. Yeah. Okay, girl. Who's your boy crush? If you can't make it happen, don't make it happen.
The entire screen, right?
I think you want to share. Just share your window.
Oh, just share the window.
Share the window, darling. Feel the love.
Share. and can you? Am I sharing my window?
Nope.
Is it happening?
Nope. You know what, Miss Booby? Get rid of your screen. Stop sharing. So make room for this bitch. And while we do that, oh, there we go. There's Matinga. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Matinga, who's that?
Picture?
Yeah, who is that?
Okay, so that is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the actor. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I fucking love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I think he's so beautiful. He's been in so many things. He plays evil on Walking Dead. He was in The Watchmen. He played the hot boyfriend on The Good Wife.
On Good Times.
On Good Times.
He was on Good Times. He played Wilona's boyfriend that used to beat her up.
He's very sexy.
He is
girl.
such a sexy, sexy man.
Tell me his name again.
He's also a gifted actor as well.
Howard Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. But he's always has like this very like easy masculinity. It's not toxic. It's not in your face. But like it's very like he's like such a guy. And I just think he's super, super hot. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He's very cute. And he's on Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, but
Watchmen.
Watchmen. I mean, he's been in many, 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 many things.
So I notice a theme here. We always bring up guys that are on like superhero, masculine. Not necessarily. You know, I mean.
No, because Javelin didn't look all that masculine just now.
Is Javelin Flugenhagen?
Flulaborg.
Flulaborg, darling. And yours is named Harry Dean Stanton?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
But Harry Dean Stanton is an actor, though.
Wow, he's hot, yo. Well, I think we're 3 for 3 this week. We're 3 for 3 with the boy crushes. Hello. And
apparently, Denny Duquette, that's right. And apparently he owned a pet sanctuary near New York City. Thank you, Valerie.
Girl, we're going to get to the comments at the end. Because for those that are listening, Matinga, I know that your audience is hardcore and obviously visually impaired. Do it for them. They want to listen, darling. They want to listen. We'll get to the comment. It's a book or a film. So what are you guys not seeing this week?
Are you ready for mine? Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, no. Then you go first, girl.
I am so not feeling animal cruelty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
And I won't get into the specifics, but we got a dog that was really hurt badly, and he's on the repairs, on the mends, and he's 4 months old. He's a baby, so whoever hurt him as a baby. And so it's very hard for me to understand why
I don't get it. Yeah,
a pup, like is with all of the pain that he's in. His tail was wagging fiercely when I picked him up, so he was just so happy to get touched and touched correctly. So I'm not featuring animal cruelty, and and I don't want to try to understand why someone would be that kind of person.
You'll never wrap your head around it. It's fucking twisted. And you know what? That little pup now, he's in the arms of angels, and he's in a good place.
Thank you, McLaughlin.
Yes.
The arms of the angels.
And I believe this puppy's name is Marty?
Yes.
Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. And you know what? Yeah. Puppies heal very quickly.
Yeah,
they'll be on the mend. Yeah, fuck animal cruelty. I tell you, that is really one of the few things I never, ever, ever tolerate. I'll tolerate a lot. A man could spit at me. I don't care if my kids shoplift, but animal cruelty, no, never.
I have zero tolerance for.
None. Get out.
Like there's a part of me that if I were to see someone do something horrible, even if that person looks like they would beat the crap out of me, I would do something. Yeah, because I just can't just stand by and watch while and do nothing.
And that's why you do what you do, girl, and that's why you're so good at it.
Hello.
But I would also advocate for changing the laws and making them stiffer, because in America, an animal is not considered a member of your family. It's considered a possession, like a toaster oven. So if you are cruel to your own animal, or someone is cruel to your animal, it's just a little slap on the wrist, like maybe a small fine, because their lives aren't considered particularly worthy in the eyes of the law. They're a possession. But you know what? As we all know, because we all have animals in our life, like your pet becomes your friend, your child, your company. your solace. They are a member of your family. And forgive me, but I think it was Scotland, maybe England, made a law this just recently that animal cruelty, like if you kill an animal, it's like 5 years in prison.
Good.
It just happened like in the past 2 weeks. I believe it's like Scotland or the UK.
Somewhere over there.
Well, yeah. if it's Scotland, I'm thinking about moving to Scotland, not for that reason, although I highly applaud that. That's where they wear kilts, right?
Yes, and no underwear.
Now, I personally could not and would not rock that kind of look. That's not who I am. That's not my jam.
Because you would look so...
I would just look even more ratchet than I do now, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
What?
You look like an Eastland schoolgirl.
Honey, these legs, darling.
Yeah,
we're not made for shopping.
All right. So, no, but I'm thinking about it because one, I love a man with some big old juicy legs and kilts, like guys that play rugby, like my man Max Curry. Y'all don't know he's my next husband. But also, aren't they trying to do like a Scottish independence thing? And they got this real rabble rouser lady trying to stir it up. I forgot her name. Oh, what is her name? I don't know, but she's Scottish. Anyway.
I think her name is Kate Mulgrew.
So I'll tell you what I'm not seeing. It's going to be two things. Real quickly to bounce off what Miss Booby said. Everyone's paying homage to that rapper DMX that was dead, conveniently forgetting that he was also cruel to animals and did like dog fighting bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, bitch. I hope you don't rest in peace, okay? I hope you're fucking tormented forever in hell, and that's where you are, DMX, so fuck you. But the thing I'm really not seeing this week is appliances that make noise. My microwave, like if I put something in it, and it'll like beep at me to tell me that it's done, and then remind me like a minute later, and stop it. Don't tell me when my coffee's ready. I'll let you know when I'm ready for coffee. Okay, get it? Don't get it twisted, GE. So what I'm not seeing is pushy appliances causing all kinds of noise. Thank you, Matinga.
Well, you know what? I mean, I need the appliances to tell me when shit's ready because I will put honey. Just last week, I put a TV dinner in the microwave because I do my cooking and shit like that. But sometimes you don't want to, you just throw a TV in dinner because it's easy and fast. So it was like, I was like right before bedtime, I was like, I feel a little peckish. So I threw a little TV dinner in there. The next afternoon, when I remembered that I had thrown that TV dinner in there, I found it and it had like, a TV dinner when it's just done is hot and fresh and barely edible. But a TV dinner that's been cooked and now sat there for 24 hours, honey, it had gone somewhere.
Oh, and it had gone on a trip.
Yeah, so I need the appliances to tell me when they're done.
Right.
It's also why my dildo beeps. Beep, beep. Right. I'm done. Take me out.
Hole too wide. Beep,
yes.
Beep. Yeah.
And listen, ladies, I'm going to be honest with you. I was racking my brain for something that I was completely over and not feeling this week. And I was like, why reach for something that, because I think for what we're featuring, what we're not featuring, it really has to be that thing that comes to us right away. And it's not that I'm not featuring anything this week. It's pretty okay.
The bottom line is life is good.
Bottom line is I'm alive.
Yes.
It's cute. It's cute for you.
It's cute. It's cute for you. Are you not seeing the fact that I have first dibs on the Piggly Wiggly Cum Dumpster merch?
Honey, whether it's a t-shirt or not, you do have first dibs on the Piggly Wiggly Cum Dumpster.
Thank you.
That naturally brings us to the segment that we like to call Just the Facts.
Remember that episode of Facts of Life when Mrs. Garrett got caught stealing?
Where we talk about an episode of the classic 80s sitcom, The Facts of Life. And today's episode from season 2 is called Tootie, the Cum Dumpster.
Yes. It was very, ahead of its time.
Very ahead of it. No, we're doing season 2, episode something.
It's called Pretty Babies, season 2, episode 14. I do want to say that Pretty Babies is an allusion to the film Pretty Baby, in which Brooke Shields plays a young prostitute whose virginity is sold to the highest bidder.
Happened to me.
And she was 14, and the character she was portraying was also
a whole
14.
50 cents that week.
Really?
And isn't that a Roman Polanski jam?
No, I think isn't it? It's Louis Malle.
Oh, Louis Malle.
And Susan Sarandon plays the mom, yeah?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw Pretty Baby. I just remember that they brought her out and she was on this thing, and I was like, ooh.
I just remember, didn't the poster have that that ubiquitous wicker chair everybody was rocking then? And also, Matenga, I saw your private version of the film called Shitty Baby.
Shitty Baby.
Girl, I was horrified.
Where my first scat date was sold to the highest bidder on a Zoom call.
Right. And that's why they called you Broke Shields.
The thing is, though, it did pretty well. So we did do the sequel, Shitty Shitty Gangbang.
Right. Right.
Oh, you Shitty Shitty Gangbang.
Shitty Baby 2, Electric Boogaloo. No.
Electric Boogadoo.
Honey, Tamisha Iman.
Electric Boogapoo.
No, Electric Doodoo.
Electric Doodoo. Tamisha Iman is serving you do.
So clearly that's an allusion to kind of what happens in this particular episode.
Right. So there is a big model search happening in Peekskill.
Yes.
I guess they're just going from girls' school to girls' school looking for fresh faces.
And the famous photographer,
which should tip you off there.
Yes. There's a lot of foreshadowing, actually.
Yeah.
And so so this very famous.
Oh,
yeah.
I
mean, they're like grooming these bitches. So this very famous fashion photographer, Jonathan Dutton.
Jonathan Dutton with his skinny legs and no ass.
Skinny legs and no ass. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Tell the tale. I'm gonna pull up a picture.
So he is apparently the year prior, he had gone to a different girls' school and found a fresh new face to become a hot model. So all the girls are in a tizzy and want to, and now he's coming to Eastland. So all the girls are in a tizzy except for Joe, who does not give a crap.
Poop.
Yeah. Who, by the way, who I also think is one of the most lovely girls generally in the room,
right?
And then also Mindy Cohn doesn't give a rat's ass either. She just wants to facilitate everything. Like she wants to run it, but she doesn't want to be one of the girls he interviews. But she just takes over.
But here's the gag: if he's coming that afternoon between 2 and 4, and Natalie, Miss Mindy Cohn, is sort of like facilitating this and says, "Mrs. Garrett, can we use the cafeteria?" Blah blah. How is this not set up in advance? Like, he's a professional photographer, but he's having this kid set it up in the cafeteria. That made no sense to me. And also,
TV logic.
Yes. And so Blair is like, "Oh, honey, I'm going to wear my gown and feature my fashions. Drop dead, darling."
And you know what? Like, as beautiful as Lisa Whelchel is, and she was the right age as well, because this guy's going for young, but like at 16, you're the right age to become a model.
Right.
But and God forgive me, she's a little too heavy.
Oh.
But for real, like she's a little heavy.
A little round faced.
A little round in the face, girl.
For couture, darling.
Yeah, beautiful
but
girl.
She thinks she's going to turn it, and she's like,
"I'm going
to wear my fashions." And Natalie makes a point of saying, "No, you have to wear your school uniform. And so already they're like, they want the schoolgirl vibe,
right?
Mm-hmm. And all the girls are like, "I'm going to snatch it. I'm going to get it." Miss Nancy has her busted interview. She's back again. So Jonathan himself, with his cheap leather pants,
his cheap leather pants,
which he wears, I guess, all the time. He's interviewing Nancy. It does not go well. She doesn't know it until Blair tells her.
Right.
With her piercing eyes and her glowing skin,
and now her striking features.
Her striking features and her horsey hair. And now it's Blair's turn, and she thinks she's gonna rock sock her little interview with this dude.
I know.
Yeah. And she's being so Blair.
She's being very Blair. And he's like tolerating it.
Yeah.
but not really. And for a hot second, Joe gets into it too.
Yeah, and it's cute. It's cute. And by the way, like all the girls are wearing their uniforms, but I have to actually say that the only one who actually looks really stylish in her uniform is Joe, because her tie is like totally loose and over here, and her shirt's all open, and it's like really messy, but like it looks really cool. Like it looks cool on her.
They always want to give her that like butch sort of
butch vibe, because all the other girls are all buttoned up and prissy, but Joe looks real.
Yeah, but he didn't want Joe either. He just wanted a glass of lemonade. He wanted lemonade.
Right.
Yeah.
So Joe feels a little bit humbled by it. So Miss Garrett says, Tootie, you're brown. Go in there and bring him the lemonade. I did not like that.
It's cute that Mrs. Garrett.
And when you talk to him, say massa.
Oh, ladies, we're not. It wasn't roots. It's facts of life. Okay. And but I will say that Miss Garrett has a cute little line where she's like, "Oh, I'm so interested in high fashion, especially now that I can wear it because she's newly thin."
Yeah,
right.
And I was like, "Go on, girl."
Well, and everybody else is like, "Whatever,
bitch." Charlotte Rae and her Coke habit—that was the peak of it, probably.
Right.
L.A. And so then Tootie walks over to bring a lemonade, but also to ask about her little camera because she wanted some technical tips. And Jonathan Dutton is just agog. Like, this is the face he's looking for.
Yeah.
Tootie.
Even
the name.
Miss Tutti Frutti is also the youngest of the girls. I mean, Tootie's 12, and like the other girls are like 15, 16, and she looks like a little girl. It's such an odd, not that Kim Fields isn't beautiful, like she was beautiful, but like not that you're not looking beautiful tonight, Miss Kim Fields. Darling. Right. But like she looked like a little girl. Like it was such an odd choice. Mm-hmm. And but she chooses Tootie. And of course Miss Blair is over it.
Gasping.
I like when Tootie first comes over and Blair's like, "You're standing in my light, dear."
And the look she gives her.
Tootie gives her such an evil look.
And then she just takes one step to the side.
Like and the audience really laughs.
Yeah, it's good shade.
Like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up. So they all go to New York City so Tootie could have her fashion shoot, and Joe and Natalie are going to go skateboarding at the Guggenheim.
At the Guggenheim, which you are not allowed to do, by the way.
No.
At the Peggy Guggenheim? Yes.
But Blair and Mrs. Garrett go with her, and Mrs. Garrett is the
chaperone.
The chaperone. Like, she's going to make sure that her girl is okay.
Even though they slightly read her, because when they're in the room talking about outfits and things, and Tootie's like, Blair, you're too old. You're over the hill. And Blair's basically like, "Oh, you mean like Mrs. Garrett?"
Right.
There's a little bit of shade there.
No, but the laugh, and it's such a good one, is Blair comes in and she's like, "Oh, I'm just a loser." And Tootie goes, "Babe, you're not a loser.
You're just over the hill.
You're just over the hill, like Mrs. Garrett."
Yeah.
And it's funny, like the way she says it's so funny. And and finally, like Joe's like Blair's okay, but Mrs. Garrett is like, "What about me?"
Right.
Yeah.
Although there's truth in that. I mean, we're talking about the fashion biz. So they go to New York City. Joe and Natalie are skateboarding, and Blair is going to be Tootie's fashion consultant.
Yes.
And they're in the studio, and Mr. Leather Hot Pants is there. Blair's trying to really ingratiate herself, and they won't let Tootie's in the dressing room, and they won't let Mrs. Garrett in to see what they're dressing Tootie as.
Right.
Yes.
And when she comes out, does she look ridiculous? Let's just say she looks something.
Her makeup was flawless.
Yes.
The makeup was flawless.
I will say yes. She looked ridiculous, but when he's taking the pictures, like, and it's just her face, like her face looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And then like
her adult version.
Yeah, and also like it's the very, very first time you see her in something that's much more form-fitting than the uniform. And she looks good, like she's got a cute little body.
It's kind of like a Cleopatra sort of beaded plastic thing with Cleopatra eyeliner and like purple drapery and stuff. She looks a lot older. She definitely looks the way that she's going to look a few years.
Yeah.
In reality.
The outfit is ridiculous.
Like her breasts are starting to bosom or version.
They're starting to bud. They're starting to bud.
She's got buds.
And
she's getting boobies.
And the guy is having her do, kind of like provocative poses.
Make love to the camera.
Make love to the camera. And Mrs. Garrett is like on the sidelines, not having it.
She's bugging.
Yeah. And also there's another girl on the set named Rena.
Who's supposed to be 14.
Yeah.
And she's like 25.
That actress was like 36.
Yeah.
Honey, Rena has been through the ringer.
But she's supposed to be 14 in her red chicken feather jacket and her cracked out eyes.
She's looking cracked.
I thought she was going to do a line right there by the where she was.
God, me too.
Didn't you just think she was going to do drugs?
Like, what's this with the brush? I was like, is she doing coke?
She was giving you cocaine energy down.
Yeah,
but Mrs. Garrett says, Rena, how old are you? And she's like, 14, but Jonathan thinks I'm 12. What?
12 in dog years, maybe.
Now, at first I was like, that's kind of ridiculous, but I do want to say that in the film Pretty Baby, Brooke Shields is 14. And she was already a Calvin Klein model. So it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I think it's very real. I mean, we're not talking about prostitution. We are talking about the fashion industry. Yeah. The younger, the better. Yeah. Be a 12-year-old model because they're trying to sell these garments to middle-aged women who want to see it hanging off of a little, a little wire hanger girl.
The fantasy of youth.
I think that it'll look that way on them,
and it won't.
But like on the little girl, like you look like a harem girl. On an older woman, you look like Maude.
Right. It's also because young people have like really beautiful skin and they really are glowing. I mean, when you get that first rush of hormones, and I mean natural hormones, not the kind that Matinga got in Guatemala.
Oh my God. Because those turned me out so harsh.
You had latent life webbing. That's what happened. It was crazy.
It was, yes.
But Tootie's there on the chair and she's posing and he's saying, make love to the camera, be a hoe, turn it out. And he's like, be my Piggly Wiggly cum dumpster.
And Mrs. Garrett is edging closer and closer to intervening. She doesn't like the way that dude is talking to her.
Touching
her. He doesn't like the provocative nature of this photo shoot.
But Blair is totally fine with it.
Yeah.
Blair is living vicariously through it. But Blair is also 16, not 12.
Right.
And there's a difference.
And so Jonathan wants to make arrangements for Tootie's next shoot. So he's like, come back next week and we'll put you in a wig. Which,
dump the old broad and the blonde.
Dump those two. Oh, he's like, 2 stage mothers for the price of 1.
Yeah.
And so the outfit is going to be just the wig.
Just the wig, darling.
So Tootie's going to be naked in a wig, a place we've all been.
Trust.
And Mrs. Garrett is like, I won't hear of it. Is it human hair? Girls. And then I think that's when Tootie kind of gags.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although Blair is like, a wig? How fun. Because Blair gets it.
The thing is, but it's really cute though, because when he says the wig is the wardrobe, you get a shot of Tootie and she gives the photographer side eye. She gave Love the side eye. She's like, what?
She's like, what'd you say? Ooh, that photographer is in trouble. Yeah. So she's not feeling it. And then Mrs. Garrett gives a big speech about how but she is a baby and let her have fun. And you're sick. You fashion bitches are sick. And Jonathan's like, oh, well, then whatever. We'll have Rena do it. Rena, put on the wig. And Rena's like, okay. So
because Rena's been rung through the ringer already.
I mean, clearly.
Say that 3 times really fast.
Say it.
Rena's been rung through the ringer already. Rena's been rung through the ringer already.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Props to you. And also clearly they found Rena like at Port Authority bus station.
Yeah.
Like in that outfit.
Yeah.
And she just like sleeps in like the broom closet when there's not a shoot happening. She's been there for 3 weeks without a shower. It's disgusting.
She covers herself with the wig.
With the wig.
Tootie needs to lose weight.
Yeah.
And
because he's like this baby fat Mrs. Garrett, but she is a baby.
She is a baby.
Right.
And she, and and also Tootie stands up for herself and says, you know what, I am a kid, and I don't want to lose my friends, and I don't want this kind of life. And bully for her, because I think I can honestly say, if we were 12 years old and a beautiful little girl, and a photographer said, here's the choice, dump the girls and become a famous model, or go back to Eastland, the three of us would have been like,
where's the wig?
Bye. Give me that wig.
Standing in my key light.
Right.
Excuse me, Mrs. Garrett, get out of here.
Rena, get an 8-ball. Let's go.
Yeah, it's
Bring it.
Bring it, honey.
So it's a tough choice, but I think that she makes the right one.
Yeah.
She chooses to stay in school and have her friends and get good grades, and Mrs. Garrett takes them to lunch, and Tootie wants hot dogs, and Blair's like, but that's kid stuff, and Tootie says, exactly. Yeah. Toot, toot, Tootie. And that is Pretty Babies from season 2 of The Facts of Life. I have to say, pretty strong episode for such a light sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was dark.
Yeah.
It was dark, yo.
They do dark every once in a while on this. I'm gagged at how, like, a couple of the episodes have been, have had subject matter that's a little bit more adult.
I mean, like, we've jumped over a few. Like, there's the one where Joe goes to a dance and some guy tries to assault her, and she's dressed like Cinderella because he thought she was trash.
Oh,
yeah. So I mean, they do dark things. So.
And the same thing happened to me. But what broke my heart is that he didn't try and assault me.
Right.
You tried to assault him.
Like Cinderella too.
Girl, you turned back into a pumpkin. Hello. So that is The Facts of Life season 2's Pretty Babies, and you're going to find that kind of coverage and entertainment only here on So Auntieways, the podcast you simply cannot do without. Am I right, guys?
You're so right.
So right.
Yeah, and you got to get into our Patreon, our Venmo, our merch. There'll be links in the description, links below, links.
New merch is coming out, some cute stuff.
And I'd like your feedback on the merch. I would like to hear the audience feedback about merch. What do you like? What do you not like? I know someone said they wanted tank tops, so we're doing tank tops.
That's correct.
And make sure to check out
our fabulous new T-shirt coming out. It's a lovely image of me where it says, "I'm ready for my."
Let it be a surprise. Let it be a surprise.
All right.
Let it be a surprise. Did you order it? Did you order it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well then it'll be. I'm sure you'll have it on your body the next time we record.
Yes.
So thank you for tuning in to So Auntieways. This is Shadiamond.
Nobody go nowhere. This is Matinga.
And this is Booby.
Bye.
Auntieways. Auntieways. Singing like Charles Nelson Riley.
Let him do his thing.